When Braden was younger, his childhood, he was a very inquisitive little boy. He was not one to sit still for very long.
Braden became challenging early on in his life, especially when he entered school. Things became more clear and obvious that he was challenged with social things.
And structure from the teacher, that was hard for him.
Yes, and his basic learning of life's rules and whatnot, and what he sometimes struggled with.
Braden had struggled at school with social issues, but one area where we didn't see any struggles or any delays in Braden was with his family and with his cousins. He didn't have a problem when he was getting along with his cousins. We didn't see it. We didn't see it at home until he was probably getting closer to middle school. And the kids were getting older and they had different interests than each other. So they were starting to branch out with their own friends. And that was a hard area for Braden to handle.
At school, the relationships for Braden have looked very superficial because of his autism.
We learned about Homesgiving Hope in one of the last IEP meetings from his job coach, who's Sarah Bovin. She had told us about it and hadn't even gotten started yet. It was just something that was in the first stages of development. Everything I read, everything we read was just like, is this real? Is this actually a place that is going to exist? And it filled all the boxes that we wanted somewhere for Braden to go. It was a perfect fit.
It just sparked my imagination of, wow, look at this place. And it's not something like out west, or it's right here in Rockford.
It was a place where he could become independent and be safe. That was probably the biggest thing that struck a chord with us, is I could sleep at night knowing Braden was in a safe place.
So I knew Homesgiving Hope was the right fit for me as soon as I heard about the ministry. I knew that they had the same beliefs that I have and that we were kind of on the same page with everything. School was very hard. I didn't get diagnosed with autism until I was 16. So in my younger years, they just thought the things I were doing was maybe because I was a bad person or a naughty kid. Work was always hard because with my anxiety, sometimes I would not want to go to work. Sometimes it'd be a few minutes late and I'd just be like, okay, I'm just going to stay home. And there's been times where I'd be fired just because I didn't know what I was going through. I didn't know how to ask for help, and I didn't know how to make accommodations. I knew I was ready to move out as soon as I heard about the men's house that opened. It was in November, and I heard about it, and they were like, well, let us know what you think whenever. And I'm like, no, I know now. I'm ready to move in, and let's do it. Leaving was a wave of emotions. It was exciting. It was also nerve-wracking. Once in a lifetime experience of moving out of my parents' house, and it won't happen again, so.
One of the things he's learned with his relationships at Homesgiving Hope is the differences of other young men and what is acceptable, what is not, that people are different.
Seems to be more proud of himself when he's doing chores at the home because he sees the reaction from his roommates and from his RA that they're proud of him.
When I was living at my parents' house, there wasn't a lot of motivation to do certain things. And then after I moved out, it was like, I have to do these things. They're good for me. They're going to help me.
World, are you with me right now? World, are you with me right now?
My favorite part about living here is that I can just kind of do whatever I want, whenever I want, but I also have things I have to do. I have to go to work, but I can just go for a drive. I can go get a, soda. I can do, stuff like that. And I don't need necessarily permission, and I can just be independent and make mature decisions on my own.
We've seen a lot of success in Braden since he's been living at Homesgiving Hope. One of the biggest things is the fact that he's understanding what it means to live independently and what it means to take care of himself and how important it is to follow through on the jobs he's expected to do. And he has definitely surprised us in how he's taken on responsibilities and he's okay with them.
I caught a glimpse of heaven. in the whites of your eyes. Now I know that everything will be alright.
Parents looking at and interested in Homes Giving Hope should understand that the staff at Homes Giving Hope and the whole purpose behind it and the whole ministry is they have the same goals for you, your child, that we as parents do. And that's huge. That's a huge blessing to have someone else that's going to care about your kid and care about their success and their accomplishments and help them get to where they need to be.
World, are you with me right now? World, are you with me right now?
What advice would you give a peer that wants to move into Homes Giving Hope?
I would tell them just overcome the fear and just do it, and know that people are always going to be with you morning, day, night. There's always going to be your RA, your CRA, people you can talk to, and we're going to be here for you and help you through it. Yeah.
He's finding his community, and that's huge because he didn't fit anywhere before that.